Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Mickey. I'm founder of Active Pada. I have been practicing yoga for 30 years. It's a long time. More than half my life actually I have been practicing yoga. And it's the one thing that really, not just from a physical point of view, it doesn't just keep me feeling well and fit and able, but it also mentally helps me. It's a tool that I use to keep my life a bit more like that rather than that. That's what yoga does for me, and that's what yoga does for millions of people across the world. And what we're going to look at today is one of your favorite subjects and topics, which that's your feedback to me, which is core muscles, backache, and general overall, I won't say geriatric, but what happens is it's not just us older people, but many people really, their posture is, rather than being like this, it's a bit like this. And it's weakness here, a weak core, weak tummy muscles, abs, and also, I hate to say it, well, I don't hate to say it, looking at your phone like this, looking at a computer, stress and strain across the back of the neck. And also, generally, when you feel bad in your mind, in your emotions, that is reflected in your body and in your posture. For example, if not just me, one is anxious or worried about something, you quite often have that feeling here, where you feel almost like you're going to be sick. You know, sometimes you think, oh God, I'm sick with worry. And so the mind and the body are directly connected. You know, most of us know that. But it's not a bad thing to be reminded about that connection and about how you can help your mind by using your body, just as you can help your body by using your mind. So what we're going to do today is a very simple, and no matter what level you're at or experience within the world of yoga or fitness or exercise of any shape, form or fashion, is to be able to do this safely at home yourself. Well, I don't know, maybe you're going to get a group together and come round. Safely at home, and it's very important for me as an instructor, a teacher, to show you postures, asanas that you can do online without a teacher in the room. Because when you're in the room, you've got the teacher there who's going to say, you know what, if you just put your foot like that, or or give you what can be sometimes just very small adjustments. And also when the teacher is there and is able to read the room, read the levels of where people are at within the practice, they're able to adapt the session to those people. That just can't happen online. So online for me is no replacement for a real-time in the room class, but it's an option to keep your practice going if you can't get yourself to a studio for whatever reason. And there's loads of those. So we're going to start standing. So even when you're standing, so I'm going to stand back here. So even when you're standing, this is often how we stand. Look at that. Standing at the bus stop, looking at a phone, chatting to your mates, blah, 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 blah. All the weight is all off. Look at the way I'm twisted there. And that's quite common. Or another one. That's common again. Look at that, I'm all twisted up. And what we really want to be doing is to be learning how to stand straight with your tailbone tucked under, lifting up so you're powering down, using your glute muscles, your big muscles, your thigh muscles, your bum, and you're in the back of the body and in the front thigh muscles, so activating this whole area. And when I say that to people, what they often say to me is, what do you mean by activating? Sometimes they don't even say it, but they don't really know what that means. So we're going to do that as well today. I'm going to show you how you can activate that muscle so that when you're in another standing posture like this, you can log into that and go, right, I know now what I need to do to activate that big muscle. Then we're going to lift up from the pubic bone, lift up that front energetic line where all your chakras are, open up across the heart, slide the shoulder blades down the back so we have a sense of opening here, powering down here, and really a sense of lightness and grace. I really think that within yoga, your yoga practice, to really think about yourself as moving gracefully, lightly, so rather than like as if you're lifting weights or something like that, you're having a bit more of a flowing around your mat. You know, we use that word a lot in yoga world, don't we? So let's come to stand at the top of the mat. I'm just going to move this back a bit so that you can see me. Just look down, and if you have the opportunity while you're watching this to look at yourself, or maybe you have a mirror that's available, look and just see, am I like this? Please, one thing is, and this is also motivation, be in it. Be in it. When you're this is me standing at the bus stop having a chat with my mates, blah, 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 blah. It's all a bit like that. Look at my posture. But when I'm in my yoga class, this is my opportunity to readjust. Yeah? So let's just connect to that. Standing there at the top of your mat, really feet are hip distance apart. So that means hips, thighs, knees, ankles and toes, all lined up nicely. Shoulders, let's squeeze those shoulders up towards the ears. So shoulders come up towards the ears, and then roll those shoulder blades back, and you're squeezing the shoulder blades together and sliding them down the back. So let's do that again. Roll the shoulders forward, bring them up towards your ears, round in a circular motion and down the back. That in itself really actually feels quite nice. There might be a bit of kind of like going on there. Let's do that in the opposite direction. So shoulders go down and they go up towards the ears, forward and then back. So round and forward. So you're moving in a circular motion, making that as big as you can. So really squeeze the shoulders up towards the ears, slide them down. Let's do it backwards one more time and then we'll stop. Palms are facing forward, so feet are active, and spread those toes. So spread your toes in the same way that you spread your fingers, so that there's a gap in between the toes. Gap in between the toes. Lifting up, sense of lightness and grace. Let's take a big inhale and draw your circle again with your hands. Bring them together overhead and exhale through heart center. I'm going to step back so you can see that a little bit easier. So you circle the arms round. Lifting up from the pubic bone, connecting the palms overhead and exhaling to heart center. One more time. This time we're going to circle the arms round. And now we're going to bring the arms by our side and we're going to fold to halfway fold. Palms face the floor, legs are straight. And in this posture, your face is facing the floor and the top of your head is pointing to the top of your mat. So it's not a case of doing this and then looking down with your eyeballs. Your face is actually facing the floor. Bend your knees and then place the palms flat on the floor. Step back with your right leg, knee down, and come up to low lunge. Okay, so this is our first asana. So we're still really moving the body about, getting the spine moving, getting ourselves moving. So in this posture, again, that tailbone is not doing this. Tuck the tailbone in, lift up through the pubic bone, extend the arms out by your side, bring the palms together overhead and exhale at heart center. Take a big inhale there and let's do our first twist. So when you come to twist round to the left, your right tip of the right elbow is moving to the outside of the left knee. Now what you don't want to happen is this kind of thing. You want to keep that knee on line so that the whole thing is still in this, the whole thing, your whole body. Hips are still facing forward, thighs align. So we're just gone from the same line up. Getting a bit confused here. So what happens when you get this elbow outside the knee? Two things happen. You tend to lean over, look at my back, but actually we want to be quite noble again. Nice straight back. So I'm not leaning over, I'm not leaning with my bicep. I'm just using the tip of the elbow to help to twist me round to the left. So when you twist round to the left, make sure that your hands haven't just done this. This is a very popular shape. This is what you really want to be doing now. Thumbs to sternum, tip of the elbow on the outside of the knee's still pointed forward. And really it's the navel. My navel is here. This is where my navel is. So I want to get the twist through that mid there, through that waistline that one of my sons always used to say to me, my podgy bits. Through those podgy bits, let's get them moving. Let's get that stagnant energy that's sitting around the key organs there moving, unblocked. Inhale deeply and exhale back to heart center. Frame that front foot and then just gracefully again, step the right foot in. We're in forward fold. And let's just spend a moment in forward fold. Bend the knees, so my knees are bent, my ribs are moving towards my thighs, and my palms are on the floor. Inhale and exhale, and then in the following inhale, we're going to roll up again. Tuck the tailbone under, extend the arms out. Try not to knock down any plants or anything like I'm doing. Connect the fingers overhead and then fold forward again. Folding all the way forward again, we're just going to do the other side. So this time we're stepping back with the left leg, left knee down. Making that boxy shape again. Look, yeah, it's this shape. Extend the arms up, connect the palms overhead and exhale to heart center. The other thing about going to a studio is that you don't start whacking around plants and paintings off walls. Inhale, exhale, twist. Then, when you do that twist, just be sure that you're actually not just putting the arms around there, look, my navel is there, but actually I'm drawing my navel round to the right, then I'm taking the left tip of the elbow outside the right knee, pushing that tip of the elbow against the knee, twisting the navel. So now my navel is facing that direction and not the front. That's what we're looking for. We want to get that area around all the key organs. So you do the breathing and I'll do the chatting. Inhale and exhale. Gets a little bit of extra twist in there. Use that tip of the elbow against the knee, not to lean again, but to actually be up, nice straight back, and focus on that navel getting round to the right. Exhale, back to center. Frame that front foot. Frame that front foot so palms are down, and we're going to step back to plank. Whoa. So plank, very common mistake in plank is this shape. This is actually a lot harder to maintain than this. So my shoulders are stacked on top of my elbows on my wrist. I'm not dumping the weight forward into my wrists. Again, that sense of lightness. So perhaps bring the heels towards the back and really squeeze that core, those muscles there. Really activate them, put your attention on them and sort of have a sense of pulling them in, drawing them in. Knees down, shins down. Bend the elbows. So again, I'm going to show this from the front. When you bend the elbows, they come in nice and tight to your ribs. This is not bending the elbows. This is squeezing the shoulders up with the elbows unbent. So we're going down. Good. So I'll show you from the side. So you squeeze the elbows next to your ribs. Bend, bend, bend. The thighs come down, the hips come down, and I'm in Cobra. Take a big inhale, push the bum back towards the heels, tuck the toes under, and leading from here, tailbone, point that up towards the ceiling. I'm on the balls of my feet. exhale the heels down towards the mat. That's downward facing dog, okay? Again, the weight is not here, it's back towards the back of the mat. Should feel a nice stretch and extension in the back of your calves. Left leg lifts off the mat. If you want to, you can extend that leg behind you, that's where we're going. Otherwise, do your best to get that leg high, step that leg through your lunge. With the left hand, bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot, right next to the left foot. Twist, so again the navel is facing now the right side, and extend the right arm up. So you power through the legs. The legs are in lunge, so both toes are facing forward. Again, the twist is here. It's not happening back here, here in the back leg. Do you see what happened there? So with solid foundation, twist through the middle, because this is the area that we're concentrating on. Inhale, exhale, bring the right hand down. Place the right hand right next to the left foot. Twist now round to the left and extend the left arm up. So you're doing this on the left side. Right hand right next to the left foot. Twist again, navel, and look up at the top hand. Same thing with the legs. If feet are both facing forward, you're still in lunge. Exhale, bring that hand down, framing that front left foot. Step back up, bring it high up. I can touch the wall. Back to downward facing dog. Other side, right side. Right leg lifts, right foot steps through. Bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Twist and extend the left hand up. So again, you can see from here, it's not this kind of shape. We're staying nice on line and we're twisting through the middle, the navel. Extend the top hand. Breathe 1, 2, again, I'm chatting, you're breathing. So keeping that back, keeping that right glute tucked in. 3, come back, swap hands. So the key to this is get the hand right next to the foot, twist through the middle again, send the top hand up. Breathe 1, so really get that twist through the middle. Woo. 2, don't worry if you're wobbling. Don't worry even if you just have to put that back knee down in order to get that twist. That's okay. The back knee being off is not what this is about. It's about the twist. Bring that hand down, frame the front foot, back to downward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. We're going to walk now to the front of the mat. So we're back in forward fold. Going to bring the feet to as wide as the mat and sit down to squat, Navasana. So squat, I just want to show you through a few things. This is what it isn't, is this big rounded back. Same thing, nice straight back, tips of the elbows inside of the knees. Take a big inhale there, bum comes down, leg comes up, you're in Navasana. So Navasana is an absolutely brilliant, keep the feet off while I'm talking, absolutely brilliant core muscles. You're almost there. Remember, this is only 10 minutes. So sit up nicely. Use the hands at the back of the thighs to set yourself up. So you're sitting on your sit bones and not like this again. So it's not this, it's this. So it's almost like a balancing act on those sit bones. Let's extend the leg, right leg up, down. Left leg, down. Both legs, hold it. Take your hands away if you can. Inhale there, and then exhale, you lower down so that you're hovering literally off the floor, about 5 centimeters off the floor. You can even tap the back of the head on the floor. Your face is facing the ceiling. That's what we're aiming for. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. This is really yogi sit-ups, isn't it? Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up, hold. Let's reset that. Get your breath back. Don't worry if you're thinking You must be joking, Mickey, I can't do that. Can't today, work towards as we go through tomorrow, yeah? Open up the legs now. So your legs are like this, hands in the middle. You can flex the feet if you want. Inhale, twist, exhale, left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, this is quite hard. Exhale, left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale, center, 4 to 5 minutes later. Center, exhale, center, hold. Cross the ankles, roll over and come up to tabletop. Tabletop, so that core, you're probably feeling quite sweaty now, I am. But what you don't want to be doing in tabletop is either this, where it's all a bit out there, or this, where it's too small. Get the knees, like I say, if you're a beginner and you don't go to studios a lot, get a mirror. See if you've got a mirror that you could line up somewhere just next to the screen so you can look at the screen and see yourself in the mirror. That is super handy, I think. Maybe you even have one of those wardrobes where they've got a big long mirror. Don't know. Look down at your hands. Again, spreading those fingers so there's a space, but not pushing down on the palm, yeah? So the fingers are quite soft, but they're grippy. Soft and grippy, what's that? Well, come to one of my classes and I'll show you. So activate that core again. I'm going to do cat and cow. It's a classic, it's a classic. So at the inhale, the tailbone rises and the lower back dips, but the key to cat and cow is to draw the chest through and rotate the biceps. When you exhale, the movement starts from here, so you tuck the tailbone under, you wave up the spine and the chin comes into chest last. Inhale, but in addition to this movement, my biceps, my arms are rotating, my biceps rotate forward. When I exhale, they rotate inwards. Give me extra space. So if you zoom in, you'll be able to see my shoulders there. Inhale forward, exhale in. Look at the key. I love this posture and I teach it in nearly all of my classes because it just gets that spine moving. And that spine, when we're talking about posture, it gets very stiff, areas get very stuck. And from a physical point of view, you know, having a nice healthy spine is key to mobility. And from an energetic point of view, all the energetic lines going up the back of the body, from the tailbone, up the spine, back of the neck, out through the top of the head, is key to healthy energy flow. We want that, don't we? We want our energy to be flowing through. Once more, and then stop in tabletop. Sit back on your heels and sit up now on those heels. How does that feel? How does your back feel? You can put an answer in the comments, you can send me a message, because I'm betting that you most definitely feel sitting up now is a lot easier than it was in the beginning, which was what, 10 minutes ago. Practice that small sequence every day, and I really would love to know how you feel physically and mentally as your posture improves, as your core muscles, that core muscle twist thing, daily, and it will be Ronaldo six-pack. Be well.